white and your Mountaineers in red. As Griffin tries to pass up to Motts, and that's denied and taken by a Millersville Marauder up the field. Millersville coming into tonight's game as the number 5 team in the country with a 3-2 overall record, while the Mountaineers are 4-3. And tonight's game will be the third straight game against a ranked opponent for the Mountaineers. As Millersville tries to work up the field but out of bounds. And Emily Sadowski will input this ball. Sadowski looking for Motts. Motts over to Griffin. Number 17, Erica Tarsi, pushing the ball up. And Tarsi is the Marauders' leading scorer entering today's game with 5 goals. And she also has 4 assists on the season. Mountaineers with possession as Motts draws a foul. Mountaineers looking to attack. And this is a very tough Millersville team that has contended at the NCAA level for many years. Coach Shelley Behrens has done a great job with this program, winning a national championship a few years ago. Walensky looking to switch the field. And with that foul, we'll go back to the Marauders. I'm Ryan McNamara, filling in for Drew Patrick, who is enjoying the whiteout game tonight at State College, taking a little Penn State, Ohio State action. And I've got my trusty assistant here, Mackenzie Hatch, on the board. And Millersville looking to push it up, but that was denied by Bodie, who took over the ball, and with that foul going in the Mountaineers' favor. But right back to the Marauders. Marauders pushing now. And Walensky denies it. Walensky has been great on defense so far for the Mountaineers, accounting for 2 defensive saves. Walensky, along with Bodie, ranked 2nd in the conference in defensive saves. This is number 5, Eliza Mizak, pushing it up, but that's brought back by Megan Griffin of the Mountaineers. Looking to gain control and push the Mountaineers up the field. Pretty much a stalemate so far, but here we go with the Marauders pushing some offensive tempo into the circle. And it looked like a pass came up with no one at the end. And a foul will give it to the Mountaineers. So good defensive effort there by the Mountaineers to thwart the threat. Marauders threatening again, but once again, that's Megan Griffin getting in there. And now number 5, Mizak, pushing in. But the Mountaineers deny it again. And Mansfield has traditionally been known for their defense, ranking in the amongst the conference leaders in defensive saves and defensive categories. This year, a little bit of a different look. Head coach Brittany Hansroth trying to push the offensive tempo, moving Megan Griffin from that defensive line last year up into the midfield area. And it certainly paid off. Mountaineers really have done a great job of getting their offense going. Now Mott's pushing it up. Still going. Mott's is a great dribbler. Looking ahead. She got Byer there, but tripped up. And that'll be a foul in Millersville. Mott's wastes no time. And I'll be back to the Marauders. Mott's can be a very dangerous player there with her stick work. Here's Dana Evans over to Mott's. Mott's going to look to center it and hope to find a Mountaineer on the other end. And out of play. And the Marauders try to sky that one, but nothing doing as the Mountaineers will take over. Katie Burnside here. That's Tarsi with the turnover there and pushing ahead. And Mansfield will maintain possession. Walensky looking ahead. Hard hit ball. That was tapped by Evans, but outside the circle, so that will not go as a shot, but rolls just to the right of the cage. Heads up play by the keeper there, Autumn Peters, to just let that go. Millersville working now over to Alexis Gazio. Up to Tarsi. Tarsi looking ahead. They've got a chance here. Nice move by number 15, Asia Weaver. Now Tarsi takes a shot, and that'll go just left the goal. May have been deflected, but a great play there. And back to Mansfield possession. Offensively for Mansfield, you have Motts, who's leading the team with 4 goals and 2 assists, totaling 10 points. And also with 10 points, Christy Byer with 3 goals, 4 assists. It's been great to see Byer get back in the scoring column this year. Last year, just very frustrated. She had a lot of great shots, great opportunities, just wasn't able to find a goal. This year, she scored early and is really helping out the Mountaineers. So, looking for Motts and Byer to be a threat tonight. Millersville threatening, but Walensky denies it, clear it out. But the Marauders take possession. Gazio passes over, and we had a shot. And back to Mountaineers, where Walensky will push it up to Sadowski. Sadowski to Griffin. And back to Marauders. But we have a foul. Now here's Motts. Motts has Byer ahead. Goes over to Evans. And back to the Marauders. A lot of back and forth here as it's a stalemate. Some opportunities from the Marauders, but nothing doing offensively so far. Griffin intercepts, looks ahead. Here's Bodie with possession. And a foul will give it to the Mountaineers. That's Brakefield that stole the ball. And now back to the Mountaineers. Bodie up to Heber. Heber denied, but back to Bodie. And now back to the Marauders. Mountaineers having trouble getting it out of that area. To Byer, pushing ahead. Jazz Evans. Byer still working, tripped up a bit. Back to the Marauders. Now the Marauders looking to push. This is Brakefield. Over to Gazio. Gazio looking to get the ball in, but denied. Great play there by Burnside to keep it in bounds, looking ahead to Motts. And they'll go back to the Marauders. Now Marauders pushing. The shot by Mizak denied, but we're going to have a Millersville corner. Kyra Brakefield on the corner for the Marauders. Inputs it. There's a shot, saved, and it looks like it may have caught the face. We'll have a stoppage here for injury.
It's a small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. Now, as we join UPMC, it just opens a whole new world.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to north central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation to virtually every aspect of the work we do.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
It's a small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. Now, as we join UPMC, it just opens a whole new world.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to north central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation to virtually every aspect of the work we do.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
And we're back after injury. That was Kyra Brakefield, who looked like she may have taken a hard-hit ball up into the face, but everything looks okay. She will leave the game, though, just to make sure everything's good. We wish her the best of luck. And we're getting everyone back on the field now. Looks like it's going to be another corner. And on the corner, this is number 28, Sol Ortiz Kreiner. Different inputter from before. Getting some last-minute instructions here by the official before everyone gets set. And looks like we're back ready for action. Ball inputted. A little trouble there off the foot, and they'll go back to the Mountaineers, who are looking to push ahead up to Motts. Motts has some players ahead of her. Motts still pushing, and back to the Marauders. And this is Tarsi. So Millersville foul will give it back to the Mountaineers. Sadowski plays it back to Burnside. Burnside over to Walensky. Bodie up to Heber. Great job transitioning across the field for the Mountaineers. Byer fighting, but that'll go back to the Marauders. Looking for Tarsi, but Burnside denies, hits ahead, and I'll go out of play. Tarsi centers it, but Walensky finds it. Back to Tarsi now. And a Mansfield foul. Now Urlacher will play it in. Tarsi trying to dribble in, but denied. And great defense in this game. Both teams have had their chances to get it in the circle, but not a lot going on. And back to the Mountaineers. We're here with the first night game of the season for the Mountaineers at Carl Van Norman Field as the sun is setting. Lights are on. And Motts pushing ahead. Motts still dribbles. She's got some players ahead of her. Up to Evans. Evans looking to center it. And that will be a Mansfield corner. Now, Mansfield typically has Amber Prince handle the corner duties, but Amber is out today with an injury. So we've got Olivia Bell. Bell to Bodie. Griffin shoots, save. Cleared out, but Bodie takes control into Heber. Heber, nothing doing, but a steal there. Bell, save. That's Motts with another save. So some good opportunities there. Now the Marauders are pushing. Burnside stops it. But that's number 5, Mizak. And it will remain Millersville ball. Out of play on the Mountaineers. That was Ortiz Kreiner. Millersville looking for a shot, but Walensky and Bodie deny. And back to the Mountaineers. Marauders pushing. Centered. Looked like Tarsi with a shot, but that was saved. And out of play, but will remain Millersville possession. It's Chacon that takes possession, looks ahead, finds Motts. Motts working. Motts still going, space ahead of her. Pass over to Evans. Evans centers. Looked like Byer with a shot that was blocked. And now back to Millersville. Taking a look at the season so far for the Mountaineers. Mansfield went up to Connecticut with a pair of wins over St. Michael's 2-0 and Southern Connecticut State 4-1. Then back in the state of Pennsylvania, had a 2-1 win over IUP before suffering their first loss against Queens University in their home opener. Then got a nice win at Mercyhurst. That was the first win over the Lakers in a while as Griffin works in. Griffin looking, takes a shot. Looks like it was saved. Still in the circle. Mountaineers still threatening. Bell tries to play it in. Now to Evans. Evans working. Takes a shot, but it's blocked. But Evans comes out with it, and we got a kickball going back to the Marauders. And like I said earlier, Mountaineers with 3 straight games against ranked opponents. Dropping a 6-3 game to number 1 Shippensburg. Then at Kutztown, a 3-0 loss, and now number 5 Millersville. And this game tonight between PSAC opponents will not count towards the conference standings. This will be the last game of those conference mandated games that do not count towards the standings. Mountaineer will get into PSAC action that counts towards the standings very shortly when they host Mercyhurst on October 3rd. Now the Marauders looking to push. And we'll restart. Byron Evans working together to prevent them from moving the ball any further, and it works. We have Heber. Playing back to Walensky. Walensky over to Burnside. Good stop by Burnside. Plays it ahead to Sadowski. but turned over. And Mansfield ball. Walensky to restart. Plays it up to Heber. Heber to Griffin. Griffin working, pushing ahead. Now to Byer. Byer looking into the circle. Has Bell. Bell to Byer, but denied. Millersville still pushing. This is Tarsi. Tarsi still working. And we got a battle of number 17s, and Walensky wins it. And back to the Mountaineers. Walensky ahead to Heber. Centers it to Chacon. Chacon pushing ahead. Foul will keep it Mansfield possession. And Chacon on the restart to Heber, Griffin. That goes in, but it was outside the circle. Griffin there looking for a deflection, hopefully inside the circle. But nothing doing. Now the Marauders' possession, pushing ahead. And back to Mansfield. This is Bodie. Back to Walensky. Here's Urlacher looking up. Walensky stops it. Still some pressure though, and we'll have a Marauder corner. Third corner of the night for the Marauders. We'll see who takes it this time. Looks like it's going to be number 9, Emma Butcher. So we have 3 corners, 3 different inputters for the Marauders. Tarsi, and a dangerous ball there. It'll go back to Mansfield possession. That was Chacon tripped up, pushed ahead to Byer. Byer working. Still has possession. And we have another foul, Mansfield possession. Chacon resets over to Griffin. I think we had a foot there, so we'll maintain Mountaineers possession. But Marauders take over. Now Sadowski looking ahead to Sullivan. Now Chacon. And a little confusion there, but we'll have a Mansfield corner. Looks like the Marauders did not get 5 yards on that reset. And we'll have Chacon inputting for the Mountaineers. This is the second corner of the day for Mansfield. Heber looking for Griffin. Marauders will take over, looking ahead. Heber gains control, looks in the circle. And it'll be Millersville ball. Fire finds Evans. Evans working along the sideline, looking ahead. A lot of white around her, but still going. Evans in the circle. And it was tripped up. We'll have another Mansfield corner. Evans with a great job of pushing that ahead, despite being outnumbered by the Marauders. Looks like we'll have Chacon take this once more. Both teams with opportunities here, but we're still 0-0 with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Out to Griffin. Griffin going to take a shot here. Dangerous ball. Griffin with a lot of opportunities offensively this season after head coach Brittany Hansrow pushed her ahead from that defensive line to the midfield. And Griffin ranks amongst the conference leaders with 32 shots. Tarsi takes over. Tarsi pushing. Has an opportunity here, but denied by Walensky. Great job by Walensky. And again denied. That time was Burnside. And Mansfield takes control. Heber pushing ahead. Mountaineers have some players ahead. Pushes up, but taken over by the Marauders. Now the Marauders working. Griffin brings that down. Here's Urlacher into the circle. That was Mizak with the shot and the save. And we will have another Millersville corner. And we'll go back to Ortiz-Kreiner for the corner. Marauders switching it up between their inputters. Out to Tarsi. Tarsi with a shot. That was the post. And a shot that may have been tipped away by Walensky. Byer along the sideline. This is Bell. Marauders take possession, but we'll have a reset first. Urlacher looks ahead, but just a little too much pace on that as they'll go out of play and back to the Mountaineers. Mott's taking over possession, and we'll have a foul. Mountaineers maintain that possession. And now back to Millersville. Urlacher looking ahead. Ortiz Kreiner in the circle. Takes a shot just wide right there. As we're under the 2-minute mark, both teams with plenty of opportunities, but defenses coming up with the stops. Griffin now ahead to Byer. Up to Evans. Great passing. Evans working, looking to center, into the circle, and she'll be tripped up. And we'll have another Mansfield corner. And this will be number 8, Olivia Bell, inputting on the penalty corner. Mountaineers also switching up their inputters. Out to Heber. Across to Byer. Byer winding up, goes just wide right. .20 seconds remaining in the half. Millersville looking to push. And looks like the Mountaineers will just wind out the first half, where we're tied 0-0. Both sides with plenty of opportunity, but a great defensive battle here. Stalemate at Carl Van Norman Field. And we'll be back for more PSAC field hockey action shortly after this break. And welcome back to Carl Van Norman Field as we get ready for second half action of field hockey. Let's take a look at the first half stats. Millersville leading shots 11-7 overall. Penalty corners tied for apiece. Marauder keeper Autumn Peters making 5 saves to Brittany Ryan's 4. And the Mountaineers are set. And we're underway in half number 2. Score tied 0-0. Both teams with plenty of opportunity. Now Millersville pushing. Marauders looking for a corner, but it'll go out of play, and they'll reset. and back to the Mountaineers. Megan Griffin in the first half with 3 shots, all 3 on goal. Same with Larissa Mott. She had 2 with both of those going on goal. Dana Evans and Christy Byer also recording shots for Mountaineers. Millersville pushing ahead. And we'll have another Marauder corner. First of the half and 5th of the game. And this will be Ortiz Kreiner on the input. Out to Tarsi. Tarsi with a shot. And it looked like it may have gone in, but no goal signaled from the official. And Marauders still pushing. We'll have another Marauder corner. Tarsi going to take another hard hit one. That's deflected. Although we're not going to get a goal signal. The official saying that it went off the foot. And no goal. No goal. We had a penalty. Tarsi with another hard hit ball that goes off a foot in the circle, off a Marauder foot because we had no penalty corner. And we're still 0-0. So a lot of action to start the second half. Marauders with several opportunities and working again. That's Ortiz Kreiner shoots it, but denied by Brittany Ryan and out of play. Some confusion there as they thought that was a goal, and then it was signaled that it hit a foot in the circle, and that will go wide. That shot coming from Mizak. And Tarsi very dangerous on those penalty corners. Not someone that you want to give a lot of time and a chance to wind up. Mountaineers working ahead. Griffin up to Chacon. Out of play. And it'll be Marauders' possession. Marauders far side trying to play it in. Weaving into the circle with a cross there. Kicked out by keeper Brittany Ryan. And Mansfield possession. So the Marauders coming out of halftime with a little more tempo. But the Mountaineers doing a good job to deny those chances. Marauders working again. And Mansfield regains possession, looking ahead. This is Chacon. Chacon up to Byer. Byer into the circle now. Dispossessed. And back to Millersville. Now the Marauders working near side. And out of play. Now Byer looks ahead. This is Evans. Evans out to Chacon. Chacon into the circle. And looks like it hit a foot. We'll have a Mansfield corner. Their first of the second half. And 5th overall. Both teams recording 4 corners apiece in the first half. The Mountaineers going to switch it up again with Mott's inputting on this one. Mott's to Chacon to Griffin. Back to Chacon. Winds up and just going to go left. Mott's tried to take a hack there, but just too far ahead and left. Now back to Millersville. I want to give a shout out to Mountaineer Women's Soccer today as they got their first win in a 2-1 decision at Cal PA. And the first win for head coach John Schaefer. Congratulations, women's soccer. Now Mountaineers working. We're going to make sure we're set properly here. Griffin with the ball at the top of the circle. Dishes over to Heber. Heber looks inside, but dispossessed and out of play. This is Tierney. Nice stick work. Looking ahead. Linsky. Linsky with a hard hit ball. And back to Millersville. Now Tierney ahead but out of play. Chacon looking ahead. Up to Byer. A little trouble handling it. Ooh, Byer there. Going between the legs. Over to Griffin. Griffin looking ahead, facing a 2-on-1. Griffin still there, looking to center it. And we'll have another corner. Looks like it hit off a Marauder foot. We'll see if Motts takes it again or if we have someone else. Mountaineers' traditional inputter on these penalty corners is Amber Prince, but Prince is out with an injury. It looks like it'll be Chacon. Chacon to Griffin. Back to Chacon. Chacon trying to center it with a foul. Be another Mansfield corner. This is Michaela Chacon, number 16. Griffin over to Byer. Byer puts it in, but it's stopped. Bodie working, but we had a foul. Back to Millersville. Millersville looking ahead. Looking for the counter. Denied. Now Motts has it. Motts looking ahead. And back to Millersville. Both teams looking to take some chances with some long passes here. Now back to the Mountaineers. Now Sadowski far side over to Griffin. Griffin ahead to Motts. Can't handle it, but Evans comes up with it. Evans in the corner, working in the circle. Looking for Motts, but denied by Millersville. Millersville ahead and out of play. Marauders pushing the tempo inside the circle, but no one there. And out of play. It was a nice fall day in Mansfield today with temperatures in the 70s, but a little brisk now. That was Boucher, but we'll have a Marauder corner. Marauders going back to Ortiz Kreiner on the penalty corner. Inputted to Tarsi. Tarsi winds up, takes a shot, just left. It was picked up by 28 Ortiz Kreiner, who tried to just tap it in the goal, but Brittany Ryan was there. And we'll have another Marauder corner. Tarsi wants to have some words with the official. And Ortiz Kreiner again on the input. Marauders have gone to Tarsi a lot on these corners, and they do again. Looking for her to wind up as she dishes over. Shot blocked. Great job by Evans there. And another penalty corner. Ortiz Kreiner once more. See who they go to again. It's been Tarsi the past two attempts. And Tarsi for the third. She dishes over. That's number 5, Mizak, with a shot, and it's denied by Brittany Ryan, and back to the Mountaineers. Still scoreless here with just over 20 minutes to play. Both teams with plenty of opportunities, but defenses and goalkeepers coming up big. It looks like we had a trip. It'll go back to Millersville. As the sun set, it gets a little bit chilly here at Carl Van Norman Field in Mansfield. And it looks like we'll have another Millersville corner. Marauders doing a great job of drawing those penalties within the circle. And Ortiz Kreiner inputting once more. They've gone to Tarsi the past 3 attempts. Let's see if they do it again. They do. Tarsi dribbles in. That was Boucher with the save. And 3 chances there. But the Mountaineer defense stiffens. It'll be back to Mansfield possession. Now Walensky. It's Boucher looking for Tarsi, but that will go wide. Marauders with some momentum now after those penalty corners. And we'll have what looks to be a Mansfield timeout. So with just under 20 minutes to play, no score at Carl Van Norman Field, plenty of opportunities. And we'll be back with more action shortly.
It's all part of Mother Nature's perfect blend, the keystone of the Keystone State. Visit Potter Tioga, a 2-county scenic outdoor haven conveniently located, yet worlds apart. A place where you can kick back, unwind, and forget about the pressures of life. Disconnect and reconnect with your friends, family, or even yourself while surrounded by nature's beauty. So start planning your adventures today at visitpottertioga.com.
It's a small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. Now, as we join UPMC, it just opens a whole new world.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to north central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation to virtually every aspect of the work we do.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
All right, we're back after a Mansfield timeout. Mountaineers with possession after a string of Marauder corners. Still scoreless here. Millersville with a flurry of shots this second half already with 14 shots. Mountaineer keeper Brittany Ryan now up to 13 saves. Not a lot doing for the Mansfield offense this half as they'll go back to the Marauders. They'll quickly reset, look ahead. It's out to Mizak. Now Griffin comes away with it. But back to the Marauders. Marauders looking in the circle and will have another corner. This will be the 7th corner of the half for Millersville. And it'll be Ortiz Kreiner taking the corner. Marauders switched it up a little bit in the first half on their corners, but now have settled on Ortiz Kreiner. The shot and goal. And with just under 18 minutes in the second half, the Marauders take the 1-0 lead. And that goal, Alexis Gazio, her first of the year, assist by Erica Tarsi and Ortiz Kreiner. After 11 penalty corner attempts, the Marauders come through on Gazio's goal.
That's a Marauders goal for number 20, Alexis Gazio. Her first on the season. Assists go to number 17, Erica Tarsi, and number 28, Sol Ortiz Kreiner.
Now the Marauders working again, looking ahead to Tarsi. A little too much pace. Mountaineers clear it out, but back to Millersville. Millersville working. That's number 19, Meredith Fagan. Fagan ahead to Tarsi. Tarsi takes a shot, saved by Ryan. Then Ortiz Kreiner, and another save by Ryan. So we had a defensive battle here with Millersville coming out on top and looking to add to their lead. Ryan kicks it away, heads up play to come out of the cage. Marauders center it, but just wide. Walensky ahead, looking for Byer. I think this is going to go out of bounds, and it does. Off the Marauders, Mansfield possession. Byer. Over to Bell. And Heber will reset. Bell will reset. Back to Heber. Marauders out of play. It'll be Mansfield possession. A little confusion there. That will be Millersville possession. A little confusion down there. Bell coming to the top circle. Looks to play it in, but it's denied. Now Millersville on the corner. Playing ahead, but out of play. This is Bodie. Back to Millersville. Gazio pushing ahead. Back to Gazio, looking to get in the circle. But it's kicked away, and then a trip. Mansfield possession. Burnside looking to play it up. Not a lot of room on that sideline. Sadowski plays it ahead, looking for Motts. Here's Heber. Heber looking ahead to Bell. Now Byer brings it back to possession. Evans with a great shot lifting it up, but a heads-up play by Marauder keeper Autumn Peters, denying that tough shot. Looking to go top left corner on that one. And out of play. This is Heber on the reset. Back to Chacon. Chacon playing it in. Finds Byer, who takes a shot, but before that we'll have a corner. And Olivia Bell, the freshman from Lewistown, Pennsylvania, taking the corner. Over to Heber. Heber to Byer. Byer to Mott. Mott centers it. Evans. Shot, but it's saved. And another Mansfield corner. So great passing by the Mountaineers, but even better job of stopping the ball by the Marauders. And Bell again on the input. Chacon over to Bodie. Bodie plays it in. It was saved. Also had Bell on that backside. It looks like we'll have another corner for Mansfield. So now the Mountaineers threatening. Bell going to switch things up, go the other side for this corner. Mountaineers offering some different looks on these corners, trying to confuse the Millersville defense. That's Chacon, plays it in. Evans had a chance, but just couldn't corral that ball. Millersville looking ahead. This is Tarsi now. Walensky to Heber. Now the Mountaineers are looking to push it ahead. Mountaineers trailing 1-0. Just over 10 minutes to play in the second half. And out of play back to the Marauders, but they'll be quickly turned over. Now Heber. And back to Millersville. Tarsi working ahead. And a Mansfield foul. Marauders will quickly reset. This is Tierney looking to center it. And that was the post by number 5, Mizak. And we'll have a Marauder corner. And number 28, Sol Ortiz Kreiner once again. Marauders have been very dangerous on corners today. Tarsi winds up. It's blocked. And got through. Ryan with a save. Out of play. It's going to remain Marauder possession. This is Fagan. Griffin comes up with it, plays it ahead. Mountaineers looking to counter, but denied. Ball in the circle. And another penalty corner. And Ortiz Kreiner taking this once more. Marauders happy to stay with her. This is Tarsi. Tarsi weaving through, takes a shot, and that goes 5-hole into goal. And the Marauders lead 2-0 with 8 minutes remaining in the second half. That was 17, Erica Tarsi, giving the Marauders a 2-0 lead. Tarsi's 6th goal of the season, and that assist coming from Ortiz Kreiner. And Ortiz Kreiner, her 2nd assist of the year. So the Marauders now 2-0 lead with 8 minutes remaining.
On the season. Assist goes to number 28, Sol Ortiz Kreiner, her 2nd on
So Marauders still pushing, not satisfied with a 2-0 lead, and they'll get another corner. The corners were even in the first half at 4 apiece. A little more action in the second half, with Millersville leading with 14, including this one, Mansfield 10. And Ortiz Kreiner to take it once more. That shot saved by Ryan. Looks like it was Mizak on that. Mansfield has a little time to operate with just over 6 minutes to play in the half. Facing a 2-0 deficit against the number 5 team in the country, Millersville. Mott's pushing ahead, but it will be Millersville possession. Tarsi playing ahead. We have a foul and another Marauder corner. This will be the 15th corner of the night for Millersville, with Ortiz Kreiner taking the majority of those. Marauders going to switch things up, take it from the opposite side. It's not a play on Bodie, but will remain Marauder possession. Ortiz Kreiner here resetting. Over to Boucher. And back to the Marauders. Walensky comes up with it in the circle. Trying to push it up in the offensive territory for the Mountaineers, but the Marauders deny it. And another Millersville corner. Looks like Millersville has the idea that offense is the best defense, still pushing. Not satisfied with 2-0 lead, and they're doing a great job of getting corners, drawing fouls. The Marauders with a pretty sizable lead on shots now, 35-16. Just under 4 minutes to play in the game. It's to Tarsi. Tarsi's going to wind up, and saved by Ryan. But another dangerous shot from Millersville. Now Mansfield with possession. Let's see if they can push it ahead here. Up to Griffin. But the Marauders come back with it, now pushing ahead, looking to get in the circle. Walensky pushing ahead. Still going despite the opposition. Walensky will pass ahead. That's Motts. Motts working along the far sideline. Now cuts center. Motts with a great stick work. Mountaineers will reset. And we'll have a corner. But not a lot of time left for the Mountaineers with 2:20 remaining. They got to get going on this corner, and it's going to be Motts who takes it. Motts out to Griffin. Centers it. Heber taps back to Chacon, but that's blocked. And the Marauders will bring out a circle. Looks like we have a Marauder with an injury here. I don't think the officials have noticed yet, nor the rest of the players. And that player is up, but still in some pain. And we might have a stoppage here if the officials notice, but it looks like it was Ortiz Kreiner that went down in some pain, but she's up now walking. And she looks like she can play. Now Millersville pushing. And Ortiz Kreiner will go out. Looks like she may have taken a stick to the knee. So just go on the sideline and make sure everything's okay. In some pain, but she was able to walk on it. And Millersville attacking once more. It's under a minute now. Marauders hanging on to that 2-0 lead. They just want to get into the corner, waste some time. And they're going to be happy to just run this out. Great second half by the Marauders, really upping the offensive tempo, drawing corners, and getting shots off those corners. Now the Mountaineers take over, but 20 seconds remaining. Motts will have to play it ahead, but turned over. Now 10 seconds to play. And that's your game, with Millersville earning the 2-0 victory against Mansfield. This is a game between PSAC opponents that will not count towards the conference standings. First goal of the game came from Alexis Gazio, and then Erica Tarsi added another. It was a great defensive battle in the first half. And then, Millersville just did a great job of changing some things up and put on the offensive pressure in the second half. And that was the difference in the game, as Millersville walks away with this one with a 2-0 victory against Mansfield at Carl Van Norman Field.